Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which I know is very highly anticipated, especially after my fall video for my closet flip. So today we are flipping my closet for spring, which means we're taking out all of my fall and winter clothes. We are bringing in spring clothes. We are culling things. We are doing all the things. So yeah, basically I thought that today would be perfect. I don't know when this video will actually go up on my channel, but as I am filming it right now, we are all kind of stuck at home for an entire week here in Texas. Schools are closed for a week because we got snow and it's just been uncharacteristic winter weather. So I thought, stuck here at home, why not flip my closet for spring, even though I really do need to be wearing winter clothes right now. But I know once this blows over, we are going to be ready for all things spring, and I am ready for all of my spring clothes. So here we go. If you want to see into my closet, see my huge expansive collection of clothes that I have collected and compiled over the years, there's that. If you liked my fall video, you're going to like this one as well. And if you kind of just want to see how I flip my closet for a new season, here we go. So before I head up into the attic to pull down all of my crates of clothes, because yes, I basically have 4 or 5 crates that I flip and switch every season. So all of my out of season clothes go into those crates, my new season clothes come out of them and into my closet, etc. But before I do that, I think I'm going to look through my closet and cull some things. I've realized recently that there are pieces in my closet that I've honestly had for like 4 or 5 years and haven't been wearing quite as much or really at all. In the past 4 or 5 years, really since college, I feel like my style has changed a lot, and the things that I used to gravitate towards and really love when it came to fashion and clothes and styles, I really am not grabbing as much and wearing quite as often. So I kind of want to go through and cull some of those pieces. It's very hard to get rid of pieces for me because I'm like emotionally connected to so many of my clothes, but I'm going to try to cull through some of these. I'll be donating them, recycling them, and we'll see, maybe even this time putting them up on Poshmark. I know I said I was going to do that whenever I flipped my closet for the fall, and then that didn't happen. Really, I just needed an assistant to come and like help me with this and take care of all the Poshmark stuff for me. But we're going to go through and cull this. What I did realize this year when it came to like fall and winter, in December, which is like our like winter here, although half the time it really never feels like winter, I was taking part in Dresscember, where I was wearing dresses every single day for a month. So if you want to go learn more about that, I did film a video all about it on my channel. And so my winter clothing and style really changed for that month of December. Usually in the winter I wear a lot of pants, sweaters, wool skirts, jackets, and things like that. But this year, since I was wearing dresses for the entire month of December, my style really changed, and I realized that I could very easily wear dresses the entire winter and fall month. So there were a lot of things that I realized I didn't necessarily need in my closet that much anymore. So we'll see if I can actually cull through and get rid of those. I know I have like some purses and shoes that I also need to get rid of. So basically just need to do a closet cull. 1, so that I have more space. 2, because you know, if you bring new things into your closet, you should really be like taking things out of it. I'm not good about that because I really am emotionally connected to my clothes. It's really bad. So anyways, I guess we're gonna kind of just like Marie Kondo it, although not really, because she would probably hate the fact that I literally have so many things in my closet. But here we go, culling, and then we are going to start flipping. Okay, first up we are culling through some of my dresses, and I actually somehow amassed a lot of spring type dresses in the winter just through thrifting trips. So I definitely need to take, well, those are going to stay in here, but I need to like get rid of some that I know I'm not going to wear. So I tried to kind of think about the things I want to get rid of. This was one of my favorite dresses that I got from Old Navy when I was in college. I've always loved this color yellow, and this just dress style was so cute, but I honestly haven't worn it in like 3 years, so I think it's time to sadly say goodbye to it. So I feel like half of these dresses are honestly going to stay for the spring, which means there's honestly barely going to be any clothes, any space for clothes. So we're just gonna cull out things to get rid of to make space, and then bring all of the new things in. So I'm just gonna kind of, if I think about getting rid of it, I'm just gonna get rid of it and not like double guess it, because I know I'm honestly not even going to miss it, and that's the thing I need to work on. Because if I haven't worn it in forever, that means I don't even know that it's here. Even though sometimes I start thinking, well, maybe if I go to this place I'll wear, which is honestly why I hold on to half my clothes, because I know that they will match the places that I will one day be able to travel to. A whole issue and ordeal. But yeah, we're just gonna start culling through and getting rid of things. Okay, so this is a pile of things that I'm getting rid of, or recycling, or donating. So it will either go to like Goodwill, local thrift store, go into Poshmark, or be recycled if it's super old. So yay for that. These are fall skirts that need to go into storage, same as some of these other things that are hanging up around here. So now we kind of need to organize what we have and then start flipping things over. So based on what I pull out of my closet so far, I've kind of divided it into things that are going to Goodwill, things that I will try to put onto Poshmark if I have time, and then things I'm going to recycle. So if you watch my fall winter like closet flip, I mentioned a brand called 4 Days that makes like your basic pieces like loungewear, sweatshirts, t-shirts out of recycled textiles and organic cotton, but they also will recycle your clothes for you. So you can order a bag from them, you fill it up, they send you the shipping label, you basically send it to them, and they will reuse and recycle those clothes into new fibers for clothes, which I am all about. I'm all about trying to be as sustainable as I can, and that's always a work in progress, but I hate just like throwing away clothes that you can't really resell because they're very worn. So I would rather recycle them so that they can be used and turned into new types of fibers and fabrics. So I ordered 2 bags from them because I knew that I would be cleaning out my closet soon, so that I could start filling it up. So I know last time 1 bag like literally was not enough for everything that I wanted to recycle. So I ordered 2 this time, so we'll see if I end up actually using both of them. But these are what they look like. These recycle bags, and they're also eco enclosed, so they're 100% recycled poly mailer, which I love. So anytime I pull something out of my closet that I want to recycle, I'm just going to put it in here and we'll send it off whenever we are done with this whole thing. So if you want to check them out, the brand is called 4 Days. I have bought a number of pieces from them and I love their clothes, but I also love that you can recycle your clothes with them. Okay, so I have gone through my dresses, culled out things I want to get rid of, things that are going into storage to pull out next year in the fall and the winter, and I still have so many dresses in here from my fall and winter season. Really, I think because a lot of these I ended up thrifting and buying over the fall and winter season, but they're really dresses that can kind of go for the spring summer. So we're gonna keep them and see what I end up pulling back out for my spring and summer. I have a ton of spring and summer dresses, but I also know a lot of them aren't really my style right now. So there will be some dresses that I might choose to get rid of. And a lot of my spring summer dresses are honestly dresses that I have made over the years. And so it's really, really hard for me to get rid of things that I've made. So those will kind of just go into a like crate where it's just like my things that I've made and can't get rid of because I want to save for like my future kids or put in a museum or whatever. So yeah, all that's out. Sweaters are out. I think most of this is pretty cold. Somewhat. I just need to pull out what's going to go into storage. So really now I have to go get all those crates and it's gonna be a mess. So yeah. Next up, where you all see that I might potentially be verging on the edge of being a hoarder, but not really because I am technically getting rid of things. So there's that. Box 1. third box. Okay, that is all the boxes that I now get to unpack, and definitely cold and everything is gonna go into these and back up in storage. So yeah. So I've come to the realization today that my clothing collection is almost like the collections on the runway, where you have spring, summer, fall, winter, then you have resort season, and then you also have like your couture season, because I have such a wide variety of clothes. Obviously fall, winter, spring, summer, but then I have clothes that are like my vacation clothes that I've literally gotten for trips that I've gone on or trips that I am hoping or going to go on. So they match and they fit different countries and places and climates that I've traveled to or want to travel to, and probably wouldn't be worn in my typical season that I would wear clothes. And then I have my whole collection of like vintage clothes, which are honestly just like museum pieces in a way to me. They're pieces that I don't really typically wear out, or they're so fancy that I really have no place to wear them. So you have your whole like vintage collection of things, and then you just like have random collections of other things, like your impractical pieces, but like those are seriously my favorites. So anyways, yeah, random thought today, and hence why I have to switch my clothes every season. So before I start unpacking all my spring clothes, I thought I would show y'all some of the pieces that I made or got over the fall and winter that are part of my spring wardrobe. So this is one of them. This is like a super bright, fun yellow. Once again, 80s dress. I always say the 80s is like my least favorite era of fashion, and then suddenly like half the dresses I bought recently are from the 80s. So anyways, I kind of basically in a way have to say like the 80s now. But this was a fun piece that I picked up in Austin at like a vintage fair on my birthday weekend. So this is one of those pieces. And then also this is another super fun piece that I picked up during the fall and winter. I call this the homeschool dress, but we're gonna style it where it's not homeschooled. It's like super chic Japanese streetwear with like chunky sneakers and an oversized sweater. Amazing. And then this is a piece that I made a couple of weeks ago. I did not film a video for it. I wanted to just like have a project where I didn't have to think about filming a video and filming all the steps, and I could just kind of escape into sewing, since sewing is that escape for me. And so this was the dress that I created. It is largely based off of spring and summer trends for 2021. It's inspired by a lot of the historical silhouettes. Definitely has the poofy sleeves, and these sleeves are also kind of very Renaissance-y in a way, or kind of like 1700s France. Kind of a high waist. It all has elastic, so it's super comfortable, and then it has a ruffle at the bottom. But this was made out of a sheet that I thrifted, and I'm just super excited about this, especially since I really don't have a lot of blue things for like the spring and summertime. And then my other new favorite thrifted piece is this dress. It's Karen Kane. Again, this is probably from the 80s. It had shoulder pads in it. I cut them out. I found this a couple days ago at Goodwill, and it's this fun kind of rosy print with this fun big collar, and it's actually like a wrap dress, and then it has pleats. It's just super, it's one of those very classic silhouettes, and so I'm very excited to wear this once the weather is not so frigidly cold like it is right now. Those are like basically my main pieces. My newest favorite piece, which I feel like I've had for a while, is this dress, and this is a Lauren Ashley, which I never realized it was Lauren Ashley because the tags kind of messed up, and then I started to do this deep dive on Poshmark into Lauren Ashley, because Lauren Ashley is like a really great vintage brand that has like fabulous dresses, and I loved this dress, and so everything I was seeing looked exactly like this dress, and I realized it was Lauren Ashley. But anyways, I found this for like $5 at Goodwill. Again, one of those like very homeschool 80s dresses, but we style it in a way where it's actually super chic. Actually, I've had this probably for like 8 months, because I know I've worn it like 2 times and posted about it on Instagram. So anyways, those are pieces that I have collected over the fall winter season. Now we're gonna cull through and go through the pieces that were in storage, which is like deja vu, because almost around this time last year, like in a couple of months, was when I really started into my YouTube channel and started filming all of my sewing tutorials. So I'm about to like literally pull out all of those dresses, which I absolutely love, and they hold so many great memories for me. So yeah, it's kind of just like crazy that it's almost been like a full year, give or take 2 to 3 months, since I really started to film videos on this channel, and it just literally it still blows my mind. Oh my gosh. So anyways, let's get started into the deep dive of organization and culling. So usually I just like time-lapse this part of unpacking these boxes, but I thought that I would kind of do a reaction of unboxing them, because literally this is why I like switching clothes in and out of season, because it's like Christmas, it's like your birthday where you're opening up presents and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I had that dress, and then it just makes you so happy. That's literally why I do this, because it's so much fun. So the first dress up on the top is this dress, which I think was the dress in my first or second like sewing tutorial on YouTube last year. Again, this one was made out of curtain, so it's this fun green and white stripes. And then this was the recycle and redesign dress that I made from a skirt, so I turned a skirt into this dress. So you can go watch that video on YouTube. Super fun. I'm not like the biggest fan of this style, so we'll decide if I end up keeping this or selling it. Who knows? What else did we have in here? Now we just have like all of these dresses that are like doubled up. Okay, so we have some like white eyelid-y dresses. Honestly, I feel like I've had some of these for such a long time and haven't worn them. I should probably get rid of them. Moo. Always going for that 60-year-old cool grandma vibe. So we got lots of moo for the spring, and I just can't get rid of them because they're so much fun. Again, another one. Okay, I call this dress my like wedding guest dress, because so it used to be a maxi dress. I bought this in high school from Forever 21, and I was so happy because it was actually long enough, and then I ended up not liking the maxi dress, so I shortened it to a midi dress, and I've worn it to multiple weddings. So I've had it for a really long time, and I can't decide if I want to keep it or get rid of it, because it's really not my style anymore, but it is just so pretty, so we shall see and decide on that. Okay, this dress is hands down, like literally, if I had to pick any dress out of like all my spring summer dresses, this is probably like hands down my favorite, is this dress. I know it's crazy. It's like highlighter yellow with polka dots. It has a ruched top, and then it's like this maxi dress. It's like this stretchy jersey, but this is a Zara dress. I bought this in London, and so I think that's why it's my favorite dress, because every time I see it, I'm just reminded of my trip to England and how much I loved London. And it was just, oh, this dress like literally has so many memories for me, and when I wear it I feel like I'm back in London. So clothing is so sentimental for me. It's honestly ridiculous. Okay, now this is an entire pile of dresses that I have made over the years, really from high school and college, when I was super into vintage and super into making like vintage style dresses, and all of these are made out of sheets. So yeah, so we have this dress, which I honestly don't wear that much anymore because I don't really like this style, but one of those dresses, like I can't get rid of it. This dress, which is one of my favorite vintage inspired dresses from a vintage sheet, because it's yellow with these flowers, and I added these fabulous like pleated waist to it. Love this dress. It's supposed to have a belt somewhere, but I don't know where the belt is at. I call this my Call the Midwife dress. If you've ever watched Call the Midwife, my favorite character is Jenny Lee, who's also like the author of the book the series is based off of, but she has like this yellow dress in the show that she wears with the yellow cardigan, and so every time I see this dress it reminds me of that. So that's what this dress is based off of. This is my 1960s dress with this detachable bow, which is super fun, and I actually have this fun like green and white straw 1960s hat that I've worn with this on Easter. And then this is my super fun 1940s/50s style dress. It was a combination of a 1940s bodice pattern that I added a skirt to. So this is just super fun. It kind of reminds me of Candy. And then this is hands down one of my favorite vintage sheet patterns that I've ever found. It's just bright and vibrant, and I love it so much. And so this is a wrap dress that I made in college. The fun fact and story behind this is, in college, my major was family and consumer science. If you want to like learn about how I got into what I do now, go watch the video about how I became a fashion design teacher. So my major was family and consumer science. So in our first sewing class, because I was a general major, our like final project was to create this like binder of all of these samples. So all of these different seams, seam finishes, buttonholes, different types of zippers, all that stuff. That was our final project, and the people who were like fashion merchandising majors had to sew a garment. And so I ended up finishing my binder super fast, and I was really sad that I didn't get to make a garment. So I asked my teacher if I could use the rest of my lab time to work on something, and so I ended up bringing in a pattern. This was actually a kind of pencil dress style wrap button thing that I ended up adapting all which ways, and ended up sewing that since I finished my final project early while everyone else was still working on theirs. So this will always like definitely remind me of college and getting to sew in the lab. And then there's just lots of shirts in here, which I know I'm about to get rid of a ton of these because I did not wear them all that much. So yeah, we're gonna dive into this, and then I'll give some reactions of other things in a minute if you want to stick around for that. This video is probably going to be super long, but if you want to hear me ramble about how much I love all of my clothes, this is the video for you. Alright, so we're 2 boxes in. We've been moving things over, and as I was cleaning through these boxes, what's happened over the years is at the bottom of like every single crate there's like this random assortment of either like vintage pieces that aren't part of my regular wardrobe, but I'm not getting rid of them because they're like collectors, so they're just at the bottom, or old things that I have made over the years that don't fit me anymore or aren't my style, or I don't want to wear them. So I have been pulling those out, all of these pieces that I've made over the years, and most of these are from high school when I was really getting into like design and learning more like technical things about sewing. So I'm thinking that I'm going to film a video talking about all of these pieces that I've been able to find, because I've been wanting to do this for a while. People have suggested this, but I totally forgot where all of my pieces were that I have sewn over the years. So these are some of those more like original kind of first sewing projects, but like not really first sewing projects because I don't really have my first sewing projects anymore. So stay tuned, there might be a video coming out sometime soon talking about some of these like very first like big projects and how I did on them and like my thought of them. Anyways, so on to more clothes. This is my last crate with dresses, and then my nice like midi dresses are all hanging up in like a plastic bag. So these are more things that I am culling through. This was a fun like picnicky dress that I made 3 or so years ago. I actually did this super fun photo shoot with this dress in my backyard with like strawberries. It's the cutest thing ever. It's on my blog that I really don't post on anymore, but if you want to see like all my old fashion stuff, that's a great place to look. This was a super fun dress that I made. I self-drafted the pattern, and it's like a multi-tiered dress with tie straps, so that's super fun. And then this is one of my pretty much kind of one of my favorite pieces that I've made over the years. It is a dress made from a 1940s reproduction pattern, so it has a lot of elements for the 1940s, and it's made out of vintage like floral fabric. So to me it's almost a vintage dress without being a vintage dress. So I don't wear it all that much just because straight up vintage isn't completely my thing anymore. So we're definitely adding those 2 pieces to our wardrobe. And this is like, again, pretty sure this is an 80s dress because it has shoulder pads, but the overall general shape of it is very 50s. I have yet to wear this, but the color is fun, so I might do something with it this season. So we're definitely going to add that in. This is kind of one of my favorite dresses, but I don't wear it a lot. I just love the color and the print of it. So it is this dress that I got from ModCloth a couple of years ago. I really don't shop at ModCloth anymore because I really don't shop at stores that aren't really like ethical in regards to their production process, and I thrift a lot. But anyways, ModCloth used to be one of my favorite places. Not that I really bought a lot of things from there. I probably have bought 4 or 5 things from them over the years because they weren't in my price range. But I got this dress on sale, and it's just a really fun color and print, very like fairy-like. So this is always a fun dress for the spring. And then this dress was something that I made last summer. It was a white eyelet dress that I had gotten on sale at a store, and then I just dyed it like this bright, vibrant yellow. And then we just have a couple more dresses. None of these are homemade dresses. I never have worn this little yellow one, but it's super cute and the style is definitely in. This dress I love. It's nothing fancy, it's not vintage, but I have a friend in Canada who sent this to me, and I love the color and the styles and the stripes of this. A couple more things. Oh, this is like a vintage romper that I have. I wore it one time last summer. You have to be very strategic about how you wear it, but it is super cute. I'm almost thinking about like duplicating this and trying to like remake it. And then this is a vintage yellow eyelet dress that I honestly have only really worn one time. It's a little snug, but it's definitely one of those super pretty pieces. What else do we have in here? Just some random things. We're getting into kind of our blue dresses. Don't know if I'm going to keep this dress or not. I got a fun plaid checkered dress. This was a fun dress I thrifted last year on 4th of July, and it's like the perfect 4th of July dress, so definitely excited about wearing this some more this year. Got some other blue dresses, but I think I might get rid of some of these because I just don't wear them all that much. Like this one maybe. This again is one of those like muumuu style dresses, but I got it because it's high-waisted and it's like my modern take on Pride and Prejudice for my own wardrobe, so there's that. And then this was a dress I got 3-4 years ago from Marshall's or Ross, but it's Tommy Hilfiger, and it's just this really pretty dress that gives me all like the southern Georgia vibes or something. So anyways, there's a lot of random stuff in here. Oh, this is like the only other dress that I got from ModCloth. It's this fun like 60s dress that I honestly hardly ever wear. So I need a fun occasion to wear this to this year. So yeah, there's that. We're almost done with putting all the stuff back in my closet and then moving everything back over. So the final and last set of things I have to unpack and to put into my closet are all of like my midi type dresses. A little bit more fancy. Most of these are dresses that I made last year, so usually they don't fit on my usual dress rack. I usually have to hang them up in my extended closet, which is the laundry room. So this is how I had them storing, just in bags because I didn't have a crate for them. So we have all of these. Honestly, I could probably survive the spring and summer dress with those dresses, but because I have issues, I also have all of these. Okay, so here we go. We got this fabulous pink tiered dress that I've literally probably only worn 2 times. I got it for a cruise that my family went on 2 years ago, so this is kind of like my tropical cruise dress. So again, like I said, part of my spring summer collection is also broken up into resort wear, and this is one of my like resort wear dresses. Okay, then we have this fabulous blue dress that I made. It's based off of an Anthropologie dress, and I have this dress that looks exactly like the original Anthropologie, and then I have this same dress in like a red and white checkered. It's a hacked pattern that I did, so maybe sometime I will do a video showing you how to make this, if I can find where my hack pattern is for it. Alright, next up is just again tropically dress and like a cover up. Then we have these dresses that are double up. So this is my pink and white checkered dress. That's my sheer top. This dress I filmed a video on last summer, so if you want to learn how to do all the shearing and make this adorable dress, definitely go check that out. It's based on the Atlanta dress, I believe that's the name of the dress, from Daily Sleeper, which is a UK brand. So this dress is super cute, and the style was very much in last year, and I know it will still be in this year. And then this was another dress from last summer that I made. I did not film a video for this, but this was an original design with these 2 fun tiers out of this fabulous fabric that it's like this sketched floral. this scoop back, and then this tie, and I absolutely love this dress. So those are two of my fancy dresses. The next one is this sheared dress. So this was my first attempt at shearing without putting the elastic in the bobbin, so it's definitely like, I probably wouldn't wear this dress out, but it's fun to take pictures in, and I did take pictures in it last year. It's very like Southern Belle, Cinderella-ish. So there's that. And then I think this was the dress that I filmed my first sewing tutorial thrift flip for last year. And it's this ruffly dress, 3 tiers with a square neckline, these fabulous sleeves, and then same thing for the back. And this dress was made out of a bed skirt, which I still think that's just so cool. So all the ruffles are the actual ruffles on the bed skirt, and then the bodice was made out of extra fabric from the bed skirt, or I might have had pillowcases that came with it. I can't remember, but this is all a bed skirt, and you would never know what to look at it, and that's why we use curtains and sheets and bedspreads and duvets as fabric for dresses, because it's the best way to make things on a budget and ethically and have a print that no one else in the entire world will have. So there's that. So once I get these hung up, I think that's like it for my dresses, and I think we are officially done, thankfully. So yeah, got some color back in our wardrobe. Okay, so we're basically done, but I thought I would share a couple of my tips for organizing a closet. Obviously, I'm working with a really small amount of space. I always say that my room is basically like a New York apartment without the kitchen and the bathroom, but basically it's everything else. It's where I like sleep, it's my library, it's my office, it's my closet, all those things. So my number one tip is these velvet hangers. I guess that's what they're called. I buy them in packs of like 25 or 30 at Marshall's, but obviously you can get them at like Amazon and all the other stores. So I love these, one, because my clothes don't slip off of them, and so one, you don't have to worry about like straps and sleeves of things slipping off. Two, because they are velvet and they're non-stick, they don't stretch shoulders out like plastic hangers do. And three, because they are super thin, so you can just jam everything together in your closet, and it's amazing. So this is my number one tip. If you aren't using these hangers in your closet, it's probably taken me like 1.5 to 2 years to collect enough of these as I need them, but they are definitely great because they save your clothes and they save you space. My other tip is to get hangers like this. I don't even know what these are called, but they're like your typical pants or skirt hangers, but then they have a hook right here, so you can use them as a regular hanger, or you can hook the hooks onto the handle of all the rest and basically create a 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, however long you want tier of hangers that are all together. So instead of having like 4 skirts hanging up side by side, they actually hang together up and down, and that saves a lot of space. So I have these from college because that's what I used in college. So there are these ones, and you can connect them to create however long you want it to be. And the other ones are these regular hangers. So I put all my suit jackets and blazers on these, and there are 5 on it. They're already connected. I'm pretty sure we got these at like Bed Bath & Beyond or Target or something like that. But these are great because you can layer all your jackets or tops or dresses together. So instead of taking up space side by side, they just kind of like overlap each other, and it saves you a ton of space. Because if I try to hang these up all normally, all of my blazers and jackets would literally take up this entire section instead of just this one section right here. So I have blazers and jackets with that, and then I have these over here for my skirts, which are definitely helping me to save space because we have to be creative in any way possible when we don't have our own house yet and we own enough things to fill an entire house. So there's that. Definitely one day when I have my own place, it's gonna be so much fun to design and organize like my entire closet. Cannot wait to be able to film one of those videos one day. But I think we're basically done. It feels nice to be done with this. It's usually a very long process, 3 to 4 hours. Thankfully this video is not that long, but who knows how long it will be. So we're almost done and we'll wrap it up. So thank you for sticking with this process. So I think that is it for flipping my closet. Hopefully we shot some good content that was somewhat interesting for y'all. I know I'm always super interested by people's closets and their style and their clothes, because I just feel like it says a lot about a person. And so yeah, anyways, I hope that you enjoyed seeing how I flip my closet from fall and winter to spring. If you saw my last closet flip, you kind of know the gist of it, and if you didn't and you want to see how I flipped my closet the first time, I'll link my video down below if you want to go check it out. But I think I am now going to go hopefully shoot some pieces for Poshmark. I have a whole pile of things that I really don't want to donate. I would rather just like resell them on Poshmark. So we'll see if I'm productive in that, because the last time I said I was going to post things on Poshmark and put the link below and I didn't, so we shall see. You'll have to check below and see if it's there, and if not, maybe one day I'll update it. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope that you found it intriguing, insightful, riveting, whatever it was. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like what you saw, and if you aren't already a subscriber to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on new videos in the future. Hopefully we will continue the effort this year with posting videos, since we're almost at our like year mark of making all of these videos, which just is absolutely insane and crazy. So yeah, I think that's a wrap on this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.